My parents forced me to drop out of law school. They said they were bankrupt, but the truth is they just wanted to fund my golden child sister's extravagant destination wedding. 5 years later, they had the nerve to look me in the eye and call me a complete failure. Let me take you back. At 23, I was in my second year of law school. I was thriving. I was at the top of my class with a prestigious summer internship lined up. Then, my parents sat me down in tears. They claimed my dad's business was suddenly going under. They said they were completely bankrupt. They begged me to take a leave of absence, pleading that they just needed me to work full-time to keep our family afloat. They swore it would only be for one single year. I loved them, so I withdrew. I took a grueling dead-end job as a legal file clerk. I worked 60-hour weeks just to help pay their mortgage, but that 1 year turned into 5 long years. In their devastating financial crisis, it miraculously vanished just in time for my younger sister. She demanded an $80,000 destination wedding in Tuscany, and suddenly, the money was there. My parents bought first-class tickets. They renovated their entire kitchen. They even leased a brand new Mercedes. Meanwhile, I was stuck. I was trapped in a miserable job, barely scraping by in a tiny apartment, watching my dreams slip away. The breaking point happened at a family Thanksgiving dinner. My dad had a few drinks. Out of nowhere, he started aggressively lecturing me in front of everyone. He attacked my lack of ambition. My mom chimed in with a loud sigh, saying it was a terrible shame I never finished what I started. I saw red. I finally snapped. I asked why they were judging my career when they had forced me to drop out to pay for my sister's Italian getaway. My mom gasped. My sister just rolled her eyes and called me bitter. But that wasn't even the worst part. That night, boiling with rage, I dug through my archived university financial aid records. What happened next shocked me. I found official documentation proving my tuition had been 100% covered by an academic grant. I never needed their money for school. I only needed about $5,000 a year for basic rent. They didn't pull me out because they were broke. They pulled me out because I was the easiest sacrifice. It allowed them to redirect their cash to my sister. Then things got even stranger. I started digging into public corporate records. I discovered my dad's business never struggled. In fact, it had its most profitable quarter the exact same year they made me drop out. They had fabricated the entire bankruptcy story. I waited 2 weeks for my sister's lavish housewarming party to drop the bomb. I showed up with a stack of printed folders. When my mom stood up to give a toast about family supporting each other, I made my move. I silently handed out copies of my grant letters, the corporate profit margins, and a timeline of their lies to every single guest. My sister's new husband looked absolutely sick. But the real crushing blow came from my wealthy Uncle David. After reading the papers, he stood up, absolutely furious. He announced that 5 years ago, my parents had cried to him about my law school tuition. He had secretly written them a $50,000 check meant entirely for my education. They had pocketed every single cent for the wedding. The fallout was nuclear. Uncle David sued them for fraud. My brother-in-law was so disgusted he temporarily separated from my sister. My entire extended family iced my parents out completely. As for me, Uncle David helped me recover the stolen funds. I quit my miserable job. I re-enrolled in law school, and last month, I finally passed the bar exam. My parents recently sent an email calling it all a simple misunderstanding. I didn't even reply. I just blocked them forever. Now, I'm finally living the life they tried to steal.